Hello, everybody. How are you doing? My name is Big John, aka the Fast and Fat Man. I have another YouTube channel which will explain why I call myself the Fast and Fat Man. But basically, for those of you who don't know, I went on a journey back in December of 2018 to lose weight. At that time, I was 530 pounds. So I wanted to do a full fasting. So I started my journey on December 11th. I did a 3 week intermittent fasting regimen where I only ate 4 hours a day. That got my body ready for the fast because basically I was in a fasted state 20 hours a day. And as a result, I was able to jump into a full fast on January 2nd. And I didn't end that full fast until May 31st. So basically, I fasted for 150 days. And in that time between the 3 weeks of intermittent fasting and the 150 days of full fasting, I ended up losing 225 pounds. I went from 530 from when I started to 305 pounds when I ended the fast. And now I'm in the low 200s. I have a goal of getting to 195. I'm hoping I achieve that. If I don't, I'm perfectly fine because I'm healthy, and that's the most important things. I no longer have high blood pressure. I no longer have sleep apnea. But if you want more on that, you could go to my other channel, which is the Fasting Fat Man. Just put the Fasting Fat Man in the search engine and it will pop up. And consider becoming a subscriber to that channel if you are not already a subscriber. But this channel right here is basically a channel I open up to give my opinion on life, current affairs, past affairs, you name it. It'll be driven by you, basically, by what you want me to discuss in the comment section, and I'll bring it up. So pretty much, the reason I felt I had to open the channel today, right, is because of the event that occurs that has everybody talking and that has many in our nation just protesting, over and over again, like, and not just in our nation, but around the world. And that is the death of George Floyd. He died as a result of being pinned down by a policeman who had his knee on Floyd's neck. Um, and during that time, he was saying he can't breathe. Now, ironically enough, this isn't the first time that a suspect was pinned down by a policeman and said he couldn't breathe. The same thing happened here in New York to this man named Eric Gardner, and subsequently he died. So the fact that this got repeated was a little bit crazy to me because at the very least, the officer should have had in mind, hey, the last time this sentence was uttered, there was dire consequences. So maybe, since he is handcuffed, I should get up off of him now. Should he act up in any ways, I could always re-restrain him. But no, the officer stayed with a knee on his neck in a statuesque pose as if he was some kind of Greek god. And to me, that shows this indifference to life. Now, make no mistake, in my opinion, this was murder. Now, others may have various opinion as to that, but remember, there's different types of murder. There's premeditated murder, there's manslaughter, involuntary manslaughter. So, like, if I was playing pool and I got frustrated, picked up one of the pool balls and threw it across the room, and it hit someone in the head, and that person died, guess what? I'd be charged with murder. I didn't intend on killing the man. I had no intention of killing the man. It was an accident. But yet and still, I'm responsible for that man's death. And that's what I'm saying, that, like, yes, this is murder. This was caused by someone else. I mean, even if you go by the autopsy where it's like, oh, well, there's no proof he died from asphyxiation. It could have been like him being restrained in a combination of other factors. Him being restrained is still the precipice for the death. So if he wasn't restrained, then it wouldn't have combined with other factors to cause him to die. And being that he was already in cuffs, the fact that a knee had to be on his neck for 8 minutes doesn't jibe with, like, this officer being exonerated based on the autopsy report. But the reason I'm doing this video, and if I get emotional, you have to forgive me. But I saw the video. It was disturbing. It was heartbreaking. I read everything he said, and one of the things he said, like, he called out for his mother. And I knew that. And it was heartbreaking to know that. But then today, my wife told me that this man's mother has been dead for 2 years. So to me, that means that he was basically calling out for his dead mother to help him or to receive him. And that is beyond heartbreaking. That is ridiculous, And I'm an empathetic guy, and I put myself in his position, and I think, my God, what if that was me? I'm a parent, and I don't even want to speak it. I don't even want to put it out in the universe. But as a parent, you know exactly what I'm thinking. This has got to stop. I don't understand how this happened already. This happened with somebody saying I can't breathe already. Everyone knows about this. Whole movements, Black Lives Matter, was started behind this. And now things are out of control. People are protesting all over the world. And then you hear people say, like, well, they're rioting. I don't understand what is going on. But the thing is, when people were protesting peacefully, when all they were doing was taking a knee to bring light to the situation, they were chastised as being unpatriotic, as like, this peaceful protest wasn't accepted. And now we get into the violent protest, and you understand why it was so important to listen to people when they were taking a knee? I am not going to go further into this topic. It was just, this really hurt me. This really got me deep down in my soul, and I had to share it. And I figure, like, if I'm going to launch the channel and share my opinion, that this would be the first one. Guys, regardless of where you are on this issue, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Like, share, and subscribe. And those of you joining from my fasting channel, I'm not going to discuss anything about fasting real on this channel unless it's something that comes up that I feel needs to be addressed. But pretty much the healthy stuff will be on the other channel, and the more controversial stuff will be on this channel. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.